This show is brought to you by Manscaped. Use the code AFTV for 20% off your order and free shipping at manscaped.com.
Hi and welcome to AFTV. I've got Turkish with me. Bro, 2-0. I'm not going to say I'm surprised. We're going to look before the game even started. There was a planned protest today. I want to start with your thoughts on what you saw today down at the Emirates before the game.
You said you said you're not surprised. No one should be surprised about what they saw out there. But on the protest, I was there. Yep. It was pretty much non-existent, you know. If there was any, fire behind it earlier on in the week, it's obvious the Odegaard and the Ramsdale deals and Kroenke coming out in a match day program has, had some sort of a sway or effect. Or we wasn't really up for the fight anyway as fans. Yeah. In all honesty, look, the first home game back from COVID, full capacity. Not that it was full capacity, but it was available for full capacity. It's just that fans have had so much of this shit already that even 18 months without football, they're not, they haven't got that urge to come back, including me. I've got my season ticket, but I feel like a fool for, getting it again. Yeah. But it's just, second nature to me. Anytime it comes, for renewal, I do it. Yeah. But I've done it this summer, and as the season drew closer, I have no desire to go. You know this. Yeah, I know. You've asked me what games I'm going to go to this season. Usually I go to every game, home and away. Yeah. Robbie's asked me what games I'm going to go to. I can't answer that question yet. Yeah. I went to the stadium because I thought there'll be a protest going on, and credit to the few people that were there. I wouldn't say there was a protest. I'd say a few people showed up for a protest, but there was not one.
More people attending the game.
And it's a shame, man. Yeah. It's a shame because nothing's changed. Yeah. We spent 130 mil, but if you split it between the 5 players we signed, and then you look at what other clubs, other bigger clubs, other clubs that we're trying to reach are doing, they spend 130 million on 1, maybe 2 players. So that's who we're coming up against. Yeah. And I know we can sell it to ourselves however we want to sell it to ourselves, young players, this and that. Yeah. But in all honesty, we're deluding ourselves again.
Well, I spoke to some fans in the week, Turkish, and they were saying we need to get behind the boys, whether we win, lose or draw. You got to back the manager, you got to back the players. And even though people are saying, we spent 129 million this window, how can you be angry at the owners? Like, there's still people that are saying, there's a big, large majority of the fan base saying that, Turkish.
Number one, we don't know whether it's owner investment yet or whether it's the club's own money accrued over years, reserves, whatever it is, It's likely that Kroenke did probably invest something, but we'll find that out later on. And regardless, it's still not enough. Like I said, you wait 10, 15 years to invest, and when you choose to invest, you're spending 130 million on 5 players at a time when other teams that you're trying to catch are spending 130 million on 1, maybe 2. So it's all good and well, spending that now, but it's not enough. And it's a shame that I have to say that because 130 million not being enough, but football's gone down that route. Right. And you can see Lukaku today, 95 mil, right? Yeah.
97. They got rid of 94 million in their window. But 97. But still, one player.
And they make money off the good business they do, elsewhere. The academy, their youth scouting. They've made money there. Even this summer, their net spend is not that great because they've sold players. They've made money off a few players in the fringes. A few players never going to make it. Yeah. That's just one example of another team we're trying to catch. Yeah. The one we played today. Yeah. The one we was in the Europa League final with 2 years ago.
Yeah. Are we way off that Chelsea side? Do you think we're really far behind?
This one that we saw today?
Yeah.
We're far behind, my bro. They're closer to City than we are to them. They're only going one way, and that's towards a title challenge. And if this manager don't do it, best believe Roman will get a manager that does do it. He doesn't go, more than 4 seasons without a Premier League trophy. It is the 4th season now, so we'll see what they're about. But at the end of the day, quality is one thing, but direction's another. I'd love to have the quality Man City have. I'd love to have the quality Chelsea have, Liverpool, and so on. But until we see the right direction of the pitch, even if we have quality here and there, like a Pepe, like a Partey, like a Tierney, it's crowded out by the same old nonsense we see.
Yeah, Turks, I want to ask you, is there a light at the end of this tunnel? Do you see a light? Because I know we've spoken loads in the past about that the youngsters are a light, but even today, the performances...
Let me ask you something.
Go on.
Fabregas, Nasri, Clichy, them, man.
The youngsters,
Did we get behind them?
Yes.
And a few of them left. Clichy went Man City, won the league. Nasri went Man City. Fabregas came out and actually told us he felt like it was all on his shoulders them times. That's a youth project we believed in. Tell me something. Did we believe in Gibbs, Ramsey, Wilshere, Oxlade, that, whole UK British core? Did we believe
we did. I did. I definitely did.
Okay, where are most of them now? What's happened since? Again, another project youth we've got behind. Now, I'm not saying abandon project youth, but stop, feeding us bullshit. This process, that project, youth, FFP. It's always an excuse with Arsenal. We are 17 years without a Premier League trophy. we're about maybe 14, 15 years, well, it might even be 17, that we haven't really challenged for it. You know, people can argue that Leicester season, we were second, but in all honesty, the challenge pretty much dwindled around, you know, March, April times. So I just think that, you know, it's good to see Emile Smith-Rowe. Credit to him, because the first 2 games he's taken more ownership, he takes a lot more control of the ball, and he tries to drive. Credit to Saka. 2 brilliant players to come out of the academy. 2 young, quality players with the right character, right ambition, right morals, right mentality, humble, all of that. Then you had Martinelli, you had, you know, a Pepe signing here. You got a good young players.
Are they suffering in this side right now?
Of course they are, because they shouldn't, you know, have the burden of what's happened at Arsenal Football Club on their shoulders. But essentially, that's what the club are trying to make it, and a lot of the fans are buying into. Believe in the youth now. And it's not like I don't believe in the youth. I believe in youth players, and I want players from Hale End to make it through and, you know, become the next big thing at Arsenal. Hopefully captain, because I'd love that from within. You know, Tony Adams to me is the greatest captain.
Yeah, agree.
And look at how he came through the system, and look at how he, you know, kicked on and developed, and I love that. Down to, like I said, Emile Smith-Rowe, Saka, great young players. But in 2-3 years, those great young players are going to be great young players that want to win trophies. And at this moment in time, I can't even see us challenging for the trophies they're going to want to win in 2-3 years, because we're continually being misdirected as fans. Instead of them talking to us and saying this is the next one, or that's the next one, or do this, show us. Show us something we can believe in. Show us a direction. Instead, today was Tierney's worst game, because I feel like Arteta's asked of something that we haven't seen before. I've never seen Tierney so absent from the left. Both goals actually come down to him, Xhaka, Saka, a mix of the 3. But in all honesty, I've never seen that before from Tierney, and I've never seen us come so in. Mount played a good role in that, but we saw it a couple of times and we failed to act upon it. Similar to mine series, balls over the top against Chelsea and Tottenham, we saw it coming, you failed to act, you concede.
So
So
if you haven't got an answer for it, then it gets worse. Arteta, so you say it goes on Arteta today. It's not the...
It does. Because all I've asked for Arteta is some direction. Let us know what you want to do. Show us what you want to do, so we can kind of get behind it, and when you buy a player in a particular position that we might not think is what we need, we can make sense of it. But I can't make sense of the transfer window yet again.
I know, but it's unfair to say that Arteta had a lot of players out today, Turkish. I think there was 9 players out. The Ben White, Lacazette, Partey, Gabriel. Is that an argument that you think is fair, or do you still think it's down to his tactics?
Listen, there is a lot of people out, and, you know, for any other team, it wouldn't be fair. But I feel like we've been more than fair for Arsenal Football Club over the last 10 years. We've been more than fair on them. You know, we always give them the benefit of that. We always wait to see what they're about. We're always patient. But in the end, it's been thrown back in our faces. So do we come to a point where, you know, we continue being fair because it's the right thing to do? Or do we say, fuck fairness? It's time to be unfair because they've taken the piss out of us being fair for so long. So in all honesty, like, it's so frustrating with a week left in the transfer window, 130 million spent, the narrative coming off of Kroenke a bit. It's the roundabout back to square one, it seems.